Hi everyone. So I've got a little diagram here that explains what cluster pages are. It might be a bit alien to some people. Basic cluster pages are like you got a topic or a subject, something like for you it could be sales or rentals or property management or something, and then there's no point just having that one page on your site. Like some websites and agents will have, we cover this area, this area, and this area, and our services are X, Y, Z, and then that's all they've got page wise for those particular pages. So you're not really telling Google that you're authoritative and an expert in that kind of field, right? And I talk about it a lot, but I've never done a diagram, so it's not it's not the most professional diagram in the world, but it is what it is. So I don't know if you can see it or not, but I'll make it bigger, like so. So you got your homepage, obviously, and then I've just got three sort of topics here. You might have more, but I've got services really. So I've got sales, rentals, and property management. You might have other stuff. You might have it slightly different. So instead of services, you've got like locations covered. You can still have that, and they can all intertwine and stuff, But I've gone for services. So I've got services at the top. So they're going to be on the top of that navigation bar on your home page and on all your pages. Then when you get onto each one, so sales, you might have under sales, you could have a particular service that there might be different services that you supply for sales and rentals and management. Or if not, what you can do, you can have it broken down into those locations. Those locations will begin now, So they'll click on the sales, and then you'll have their areas that you cover. Let's say you cover 6 locations. Okay, on this example, I've given two locations for sales, 2 locations for rental, 2 locations for property management. It depends what you want to do, but the more the merrier, basically. So location 1 and location 2 for sales will probably be the same for each of these because it's covering the same areas, but the service is going to be different. So it's going to be a completely different page. This page here is purely going to be talking about the services in property sales for that location, for that area. Okay, and the same for this one here. So 2 locations, and then I've given you 2 for rentals and 2 for management. So it's going to be a dedicated page for the service that you offer in location 1. Let's call it Woking, because that's what I always do. Okay, so you've now got the sales page linking down to the Woking services page for property sales. Okay, and then what you've then got is that you've got other pages or blog posts that are going to help support that service that you provide in Woking. In this case, it's for the property sales. Okay, so you've got these content blog posts that you're going to put here, and I've got a load of content ideas. I'm pretty sure I share them around anyway, but I'll create. I'll find the stuff that I create, and I share it with this post here. But you can have things like top 5 tips for preparing your home for your Woking property for Boxing Day launch, because we're in December now, November now. Next one could be, how to top marketing trend, top predictions for the Woking property market in 2024, and then you can carry on. Okay, but what this is going to do is this is going to tell Google that now you are way more authoritative than you originally were with that one page that's covering property sales, that covers Woking, for example. You've now fleshed it out. Okay, so there's a link going from the sales page to the Woking area page for sales. Then there's a link. Then there's links going to blog posts at the bottom of the page or midway down the page. You'll have, useful information or relevant articles to help you with selling your Woking property, whatever it's going to be. And then you can have it so it gives you 4 or 6 of the most recent articles, or you can feature them. You can be more selective and go, these are the articles, these are my favourite articles, these are the most top performing articles, these are the ones that I want to hold on that page. Okay, and then so basically then what you've got is from the Woking property page, you then linking it to 4, 5, 6 articles that are all helping to support that money making page, which is the Woking Woking property sales page, if that makes sense. Okay, So you're enforcing it. Now you might even have even more blogs. You might actually, by the end of it, you might have 20 articles that are just purely dedicated to talking about sales and the property market in and around Woking and things like that, all relevant stuff. But on that page, on that lead page for Woking property sales, you've just got 4 or 6, but they'll all be pointing back. So on this diagram, you can see I've got these little red arrows, they're pointing down. So this service page has actually got these 4 articles on their page, so they're linking to those 4 articles. But then each of these articles, plus all the other ones that you would create within that category of Woking property sales, will all keep linking back to the home page. So it's going to make that home page in the eyes of Google much more authoritative, much more prominent, and it's going to help it rank. Okay. Also, what you'll find is that these kind of keywords that you're going to create here aren't as competitive. So my predictions for the Woking property market in 2024, not a lot of people will be writing that kind of content. You're going to be writing stuff nationally and things. There will be bigger sort of estate agents in your area that will probably do things like that. But you've got a chance of getting in the top 3 for that article. So not only are you going to be increasing the rankings for that particular page of Woking property sales, you'll find that a lot of these blog posts will also be doing really well and performing well, and so people will be landing on them. Okay, and then from there, the call to actions about getting instant valuation, book a one-to-one consultation, and then links going back to that Woking page. So if you do that for location 1, which is Woking, location 2, which is West Byfleet, and then you do exactly the same thing here, but it's for rentals, and you do the same thing there for property management, you're going to have a website that is just absolutely flooding the community with information, informative, educational articles and information about the property market and each sector that you cover, sales, rentals and management on this example. So what's going to happen is Google, like I said, is just going to see you as being that go-to website in that territory for your services. And so they want to Google's job is to make sure that they provide the best content possible for searchers that use their platform, because that's where they make money. So they want to keep everyone using Google. So it's their job to provide the best content, and it's you as a website owner or your SEO agent or something to convince Google that basically your site is the best site. And you've got things like your backlinks and on-page SEO and your technical SEO and things like that. But this is huge, okay? And there's no point chucking in. You could chuck in like thousands of citations and backlinks onto a particular page, but it's still the way the Google algorithms and stuff are going. It's still not a concrete solution, a marketing tactic to stick with. You really need to be having stuff like this. And so you've probably got a blog on your website, and that's great. But is it structured correctly? Have you got interlinking? So like you've got the web and the spider web of websites and stuff all interlinking with each other like a cobweb. You need those. You need little clusters or them. That's why you call it clusters. Okay, so you've got a cluster of pages and stuff all interlinking to do property sales in Woking, property sales in West Byfleet, rentals in Woking, rentals in Byfleet, and so on with the management kind of stuff. And so you're going to find that actually now you're just far more dominant, and Google's going to like that. So yeah, I hope that helps. And any questions, let me know. Cheers. Bye.